Peace and blessings in this corner box of 24. How's everyone doing today? Or this evening, rather? Hope all is well. I'm doing pretty good myself. So, let's get into it, man. I want to talk a little bit about, the vibe at the press conference for Errol, Spence and Ugas. Now, for those who know or may not know, my top fighter is Terrence Crawford and Jerron Boots Ennis and Shakur, and those are like my top fighters. But anyway, Errol Spence is who he is. Yeah, he got the IBF and the WBC welterweight strap. For me, I just feel like he still haven't learned from being overconfident. I think he's a little overconfident. I think he's looking past, even though he acts like he's not, but it's like he's looking past Ugas. He's looking past him. I could see it. He's talking this stuff about strap season and all of that. Okay. And he's a shot caller. This is what he was saying at the press conference. They asked him a question about who would be the shot caller based on who, or, what kind of shots would they call based on who wins this fight, and would that make him a shot caller? And Errol Spence, his response was like, well, I already been a shot caller. See, he's very cocky, and sometimes when you're not humble, man, you got to get humiliated. You know what I'm saying? See, Ugas is humble already, so he good. But what really struck me, man, during this press conference, man, was that they asked Errol Spence a question about the significance of fighting Ugas. Because at first they asked Ugas a question about fighting Pacquiao and what that meant to him as far as a legacy fight. And then they asked Errol Spence what this fight, what it meant to him to fight Ugas. And of course, when Ugas answered the question, he talked about, the legacy of him fighting Manny Pacquiao and who he was. So then when Errol Spence answered the question about how he felt about fighting Ugas, he went right to Pacquiao. And what he said was that Pacquiao was past his prime anyway, and that he's a better fighter right now than Pacquiao is, right? But my thing is this, though. Hold up. If you didn't get that injury, if you didn't find out that you had a detached retina, you was going to fight the same washed up Manny Pacquiao, wasn't you? The same Pacquiao that's past his prime. So why was you going to fight him then? If he was past his prime, then what does that mean? That's not doing nothing for your legacy, according to what you said at the press conference, right? Because for Ugas to fight him and beat him, he was past his prime. Let's not talk about that. But for you, it was okay to fight him before you got the injury. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's nonsense, man. Pacquiao was still legit. He had just beat a young champion, ex-champion, Keith Thurman. So he was still legit, okay? So he could have beat Ugas. Ugas fought him very well, and he beat him. And it's a possibility he could have beat Spence too, because styles make fights. I thought Pacquiao definitely had a shot in that fight with Errol Spence. And I think that he was more up for that fight. And when he found out he was fighting Ugas, I think it wasn't the same for him. No disrespect to Ugas, because Ugas is tough. You know what I'm saying? But it's levels to this stuff, man. And Manny Pacquiao been fighting for so long that, I guess it's a certain aura, man. It's a certain energy that you got to have, man. And he probably lost a little bit from being up here to fight Errol Spence, the best, to coming back down to fight somebody that's a little bit less. Again, no disrespect to Ugas, because I like Ugas. But at the end of the day, man, he is 27-4 with 12 knockouts. Okay? It is what it is. All right? So Errol Spence calls himself the big fish. But remember, a few months back, Crawford did a video where he said, where you at? We out here in the ocean. We looking for the big fish. We can't find them. Because if you're a big fish, man, if you that big, the way you talk, even in the ocean, man, we should be able to find you, right? Like in the ocean, you're going to see a shark. You're going to see a whale, one of them orcas, right? Well, where the big fish at? Crawford said he couldn't find them. And what he meant was, I can't find this dude to fight. So now Errol Spence was asked a question today at the press conference, because it was in the afternoon, about what would he do, assuming he wins the fight with Ugas, would he fight Crawford? So now he says, oh, well, first I got to get past Ugas. We'll see what happens. Now we see you're going back and forth. But you strap season, man down. Like, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't even be Ugas. Boom. That should be no question. You're going to beat him, right? You don't want to say it, but you are saying it. But it's like you didn't want to say it to answer the question, man. Just keep it real, you know? Anyway, I'm saying that he might have a tougher fight with Ugas than he thinks, right? It might not go his way. And like I said, I think Errol Spence is a weight bully. And I think that he's real big for 147. And he had his way with, you know, a lot of fighters, of course, before he got to Kell Brook and before he got to Sean Porter. Okay? He had his way. Remember, Kell Brook took him almost the length of that fight, 11 rounds. Okay? And Kell Brook had some moments with him. Just couldn't keep it up. But you saw what Sean Porter did. Sean Porter, when you look at Errol Spence after that fight, you know damn well that he was in a fight. And I'm telling you, without the knockdown, Sean Porter should have won that fight. And I felt like he should have won it even with the knockdown. That's how impressive he was to me. But I saw no less than a draw when he fought Sean Porter. So now you're fighting Ugas. Ugas, you know, he could be a little methodical. You know, could be a little calculated. I mean, he's a good counterpuncher. We're gonna see. I mean, it might be a good fight. It might be, you know, a better fight than we think. But we gotta see. But at the end of the day, man, you fighting Crawford to me is a no-brainer because it ups your status. Because guess what? Ugas got a belt, but he's 27-4. He got losses. No disrespect again, but I don't think he's going to the Hall of Fame when he retires. I don't know. I don't think so. Right? I don't think he's a Hall of Fame fighter. We will see. Now, if he beats Errol Spence, then he got to be there. But if he loses, and he's 27-5, and then the way he loses, depending on the way he loses, and then what he does after that, if he even fights anymore, we got to see. I don't know if he goes into the Hall of Fame, but we know already that Terrence Crawford is the WBO champ. Right? So now you fighting Crawford, not only is you're gonna get a belt if you beat him, if you're that confident, but you fighting an undefeated fighter and a man that was undisputed at 140, who came up from 135. So that brings more levels, that brings more status to your name. That's definitely Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? So that's a fight that you want, that you should have took before you even fought Ugas. You should have said, yo, man, I want Terrence Crawford no matter what. Al Heyman, PBC, Showtime, no matter what. Let's get this fight going, man. Whatever we got to do, let's do it. If I got to take 50-50, if I got to take 60-40, whatever, because this is a legacy fight. And I know I could win it. That should have been the mindset of Errol Spence Jr. But I don't think he's confident like that. And then you got the uprising of Jerron Boutinez, man. You in trouble, Errol Spence. Okay? You're gonna have to knock on the door sooner or later, man. You're gonna have to see Crawford or you're gonna have to see Boots if you're staying at 147. If you go up to 154, they're coming up there for you too. But I'm just saying, Errol Spence, man, stop harping on that car accident as if somebody, listen, you was in a car accident because you decided to drink and drive a car at whatever speed you was driving, 100 miles an hour, whatever, okay? You did that to yourself, bro. So I'm glad you made it out of it, but I'm not going to act like I feel sorry for you, bro, because you did that to yourself. Ain't like somebody ran a red light and hit you and that caused your injuries. Ain't like somebody was a hit and run. No, you did that to yourself. So don't bring that up for no pity party. Talk about you came out of this injury and that. Not a detached retina, that's something else. Okay? So I feel for you on that one, but not that car accident, man. Stop bringing that up. And then you talking about this, you can't be broken. Man, nobody trying to break you. Dudes is trying to fight you. Now, in the process, maybe you can get broke. But nobody's trying to break your spirit or none of that. So I don't know why you putting up videos like that. Dudes is just trying to fight you, man. And you just need to realize, man, ain't nobody afraid of you, Errol Spence. Dudes will fight you, man. All right? Sean Porter wasn't afraid of you. Terrence Crawford ain't afraid of you. Bruce Ennis is not afraid of you. All right? The boogeyman thing is over. You had that Triple G thing going on. But when Canelo got his ass in the ring, it was over. The bully thing was over. Okay? That's another story we're going to talk about later. But that's all I really got, man, you know. April 16th, Errol Spence Jr. at Ugas Ugas, Dallas, Texas Stadium. And, you know, I'm going to watch the fight, man, and may the best man win. All right? In this corner boxing, peace and blessings. In this corner boxing 24, support me. Send me your feedback, what you like, what you don't like, and just let me know how you feel, all right? Peace and blessings.